On May 25, 1979, American Airlines Flight 191 was scheduled for a routine journey from Chicago's O'Hare International Airport to Los Angeles. The aircraft was a McDonnell Douglas DC-10 and a workhorse of the skies, carrying 258 passengers and 13 crew members. As it accelerated down runway 32R, everything seemed perfectly normal. But just as the plane lifted off the ground, a catastrophic failure occurred. Without warning, the entire left engine, along with its pylon assembly, ripped away from the wing. It tore a 3-foot gash in the leading edge of the wing, severed hydraulic lines, and then flipped over the top, crashing back down onto the runway. In the cockpit, the pilots were suddenly faced with a nightmare scenario. They heard a loud bang, felt a violent shudder, and saw warning lights flash. Captain Walter Lux and First Officer James Dillard had no idea they had lost an engine. They only knew something was terribly wrong. The loss of the engine itself wasn't necessarily a death sentence. The DC-10 was designed to fly with just 2 of its 3 engines. The real problem was the massive damage to the wing. With the hydraulic lines severed, the leading edge slats on the left wing retracted. Slats are crucial for providing lift at low speeds, like during takeoff. So now, the pilots were unknowingly flying an aircraft with one wing generating significantly less lift than the other. This asymmetry was a critical issue. The left wing, without its slats deployed, stalled at a much higher speed than the right wing. As the pilots followed standard procedure for an engine failure reducing airspeed to climb, they were inadvertently pushing the left wing past its breaking point. The aircraft began to bank uncontrollably to the left. The pilots fought for control, but the hydraulic damage had also disabled their stall warning and slat disagreement systems. They were flying blind, unaware of the true nature of their emergency. From the ground, witnesses watched in horror. The DC-10 climbed to about 325 feet, its wings nearly vertical. It rolled sharply to the left, its nose pitched down, and then it plummeted back to Earth. Less than a minute after taking off, Flight 191 crashed into an open field and a trailer park just northwest of the airport. The impact and subsequent explosion were immense, leaving no survivors on board and tragically killing 2 people on the ground. The investigation that followed was one of the most intensive in aviation history. Investigators quickly recovered the separated engine from the runway. They discovered a fracture in the pylon that attached the engine to the wing. But what caused it? The answer wasn't a design flaw in the aircraft itself, but a maintenance shortcut. To save time and money, American Airlines and other carriers had developed a procedure for removing the engine and pylon as a single unit using a forklift. This was not the manufacturer's recommended method. This unapproved procedure put immense stress on the pylon's rear attachment point, creating a tiny crack. With each subsequent flight, the crack grew larger until that fateful day when it failed completely during the takeoff roll. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, concluded that the probable cause was this maintenance-induced damage. The tragedy of Flight 191 led to sweeping changes in aviation maintenance procedures and oversight. It forced the entire industry to reevaluate its practices to ensure such a preventable disaster would never happen again. To this day, it remains the deadliest single aircraft accident in United States history, a solemn reminder of the critical importance of safety above all else. Thank you for watching.